everyone, it's Cathy Zielske. Welcome back to my channel and the craft/dining room. The other day I did a card video on the Instagram Reels. Reels. Apparently if you want your Instagram to grow, you gotta make movies. And that may be well and good, but I found myself answering questions and then realizing I should have just made a YouTube video. This is where I come to get inspired. This is where I come to watch craft tutorials. So, I know you can be team both, Reels or YouTube. I thought I'm gonna do both, but I'd rather do it here. If you wanna see the card that I shared on Reels, I redid it to make a YouTube video. And be sure to let me know in the comments, are you more of a watch the whole video and listen to people talk fan, or do you just want to see 60 seconds and out? Like that movie, Gone in 60 Seconds. Nick Cage fans. I'm a Nick Cage fan, but I prefer Vampire's Kiss. That dates me for sure. Stick around to see my YouTube version of an Instagram Reel card coming up next. Here are some of the products I'll be using to recreate that card that I shared on the Instagram Reels. And it's focusing on Pixie Tape. Oh, look at that, I already had it. I made it look like it was closed, but I saved the packaging. This is a new product from Thermoweb, and this is a low-tack tape, and it is meant to do all kinds of things. And today we're going to mask and make a quick card. So I want to try this out because there's been purple tapes that Thermoweb has done before, then they reformulated. Some people did not love that as much. I use a lot of this tape when I'm taping dies down, but this is not true purple tape. This is called Easy C tape, and it's also a very nice low-tack tape. I was excited to see this because of masking and, well, other things. So these are the basics. We're going to do some ink blending. We're going to stamp with this cutie patootie set, and we might do some shiny things too. So let's get started setting up our card panel. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to mask off all the edges. I'm actually going to stand up so I can kind of see what I'm doing here because, I want it to be as straight on the edge as possible. How does that look? Is that pretty straight? Because I want to create a nice little window, if you will, in the center to mask off. How's that? That's pretty good. Doesn't have to be perfect. My goal here is just to cover the edges. All right, make sure that's long enough. Edge like that. Looks good, right? Yeah, good enough. And picking you up and doing the last bit. This is a piece of Neenah Solar White Classic Crest, and this is just in the 110 pound. I like a sturdy card base. All right, so now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to press it all in, right? Seal that down, and I'm pressing fairly firm, right? This is, I guess that's good like that. And now I don't even need a special pad. I'm just going to use the tape to hold this in place. And we're going to start ink blending. Now I've got a very simple little rainbow that I'm going to use. Partial rainbow. I am a fan of the partial rainbow. It doesn't matter where you start, right? Just limit your colors to 3 or 4. Well, we're starting here with Cheeky. And I'm going to load up Cheeky and just bring it in. This Cheeky is going to represent the red in my card. And it's really not red. It's kind of like a corally, pinky color. But it's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. All right. Now, this whole masking thing, this is such an easy way to create a design. It's so easy. I'm inspired a lot by my friend Gina from Gina K Designs. Her channel, she makes so many cool little masking things and silhouette stamping, which is kind of how I was inspired. Bring it in Canteloupe. This is an orange. But this is such a quick, easy technique. And having a nice low-tack tape, well, it doesn't suck. That's like a saying in crafting, pretty sure. But I'm going to overlap a little bit here. And I am using my beautiful blending brushes from Simon Says Stamp. And these inks are the Pawsitively saturated inks, and they're really nice. This is lemonade. They're really nice for blending, just creamy. But it is a dye ink. It's not like an oxide, but yet it seems to have more playtime because it has a higher viscosity. So it stays, you know, a little wetter longer, I guess. Not wet, but it does move around on the paper really nicely. So you do want to be mindful of fingerprints when you're using these inks. But look at that. Isn't that pretty? Beautiful combo here. All right. And again, overlapping with the orange. Yeah, that looks good. Moving on to the final color in my rainbow, which is Sprout. Green brush here. Load that up and come in from the bottom and bring it up. Isn't that a good sound? Love that sound. It's a good sound. All right. Bringing that there. And I'll probably, well, I might go over the yellow a little more, but I want to bring it up. Keep it dark down there, just a little. And create some depth and dimension. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Do a little more. And the tape is holding its position beautifully and keeping my lines crisp. I think I might do just a tiny bit more of the lemonade, just in that overlap, like that, right there. All right, that's the panel. Now the next thing I want to do is we're going to do some silhouette stamping. I'm going to grab my Misty stamp platform. I'm going to pick these up and I'm going to just fold down the tapes so that I can easily put that into my Misty on the left side. I guess I don't need to go that far, right? I'm going to position this in the Misty, all right? Get that right in the corner. Press that down because you know, right? We want it to stay in the corner. And I'm going to grab my stamp. This is from a set I designed for Simon called Silhouette Sentiments. There's lots of little sentiments in here for all-purpose greetings. And then there is the silhouette stamp, which you can do lots of fun things with it. I am going to do this. I think I'm going to bring it down maybe a little more than the one that I did on the Instagram. The Instagram. I know, makes me sound so old. I love the Instagram. I'm gonna wipe this off. It's a little slippery because I think I cleaned it and forgot to wipe it clean. All right, and this stamp is cleaner than it looks, I promise you, but when I use see, look, it doesn't leave anything behind. Gotta make sure you position this back into place though. Make sure it's in the corner. Is that in the corner? Let's make sure. Yeah, I guess we're good. Magnet, good. Now, I'm going to use VersaFine Clair. This is a super dark ink, very inky, full of richness. It is not a dye ink. This has oil in it, right? It's an oil-based ink, I think. Pretty sure. I want to bring it over. I'm going to grab my Debbie tool, which helps my wrists. So we're going to stamp this down and press. You can admire my hot pink nails while I press. Actually, I can't show them off that much. They are making me happy though. All right. Let's see what happens on this first press. Did I get ink where I shouldn't have gotten it? Oh, I hope not. We'll see. Because we're going to keep going, even if we mess this up. And also always pay extra attention to wherever you have masked just to get that. This little friend, invaluable for me. Pick it up. All right, here's what we're going to do. Reposition, magnetize again, and because I didn't quite get good transfers there and there, just make sure you're in the right place and stamp again. And again, this is why this tool rocks Well, it rocks my crafty world. Wouldn't have stayed with stamping if it weren't for this, because it's not, I think part of it is, now here we're really going to transfer. Part of it is perfectionism. I am guilty of it, even though I'm not guilty of it overall on a card project, but stamping in the past, I don't know, it just never, it never looked good. And by the past, I'm talking about the early 2000s. I had tried a few things. Oh, look at that. It's really sticking. Oh, look at that. Now that is a good impression. See that? Early 2000s, I had some hilarious attempts at stamping and embossing. And oh, those are stories for another day. Just know that when I got my first little mini Misty, which I still have, a little pink one, and understood how it worked, the angels sang. Next, we want to be careful as we remove the tape because it is not completely dry. So, you know what? Here, let me get my jewels, not tools. I do not like to dig under anything with the nails. So we'll start there. Yeah, I'm still trying not to touch anything. If you're good at lifting things up, I just always use tools, not my fingernails. There we go. Good and good. And you can see how easily that's releasing, right? There's no tears here. And that's what we're going for. So you know what I'm going to do first? Let's see. I think I'll take, all right, here we go. I always do the angled peel back like this. But look at that. That's coming off beautifully. And I think now, because we're connected here, we're going to do the same thing. Gentle, angled, peel, and reveal. All right. There's that one. And let's go like that. Peel that off. That's pretty crisp, actually, right there. Maybe I got a little ink. Did ink transfer through? We'll see. That one's really crisp too. Look at that. So the moral of the story, nothing stuck. Nothing stuck to this at all. And I think that's pretty cool. Got a little black ink there. Looks like it might have bled through. I wonder if my ink is just super, super dark. See, there's a couple little pieces there. Now, if I take a little, this guy, little sand eraser, I think I can get rid of that. You know what I forgot to do though? What I want to do on this, I want to add some shine and shimmer. This is going to be a little crazy because I should have left the tape on. In fact, I don't know what I was thinking. But you know what? It's going to give us a chance to use the tape again. I recently purchased this. I actually purchased this and I purchased another silver shimmer because my shimmer sprays, I had literally run out. And so I'm going to retape. I don't know what I was thinking because I kind of forgot, but I think this will be fine because check it out. Okay, I want to tell you something about the inks. Let's just go like that. The black ink is water-safe ink. That is another reason I wanted to use the VersaFine Clair. Like you can use it when you're painting. But the Simon inks, they are water reactive. So even if I get a little blob on here in a way that I'm maybe not looking forward to or wasn't planning to, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it's water reactive and it's just going to look kind of fun. Now, I've had a few of you tell me that a good rule of thumb is to do this in a box and have it be a little further away. So I was thinking about doing this on the floor. Let me see if I can get set up so I can show you what it's going to look like. Okay, these are my slippers. And there we go. I got a new box. Very excited about this, but look at, I'm much higher up. Aren't those slippers cute? I really do work in my pajamas. Party on top, and you know what happens in the bottom. Okay, let's zoom in a little more here. Spray a little, and then just go. So I'm much higher up. Does that make sense? All right, I'm gonna let that sit for a second, and then I'll show you what it looks like on the table. So now what we have here, and the light just doesn't want to capture it, we have a layer of shimmer. And the black was not affected at all. See, this is why I should have left it all on. I didn't, because I didn't want the shimmer to be on the outside of the card. Makes sense? So now I have a panel. I wasted some tape, but I guess in a sense, I was also able to show you how easy the tape is. So see that? Shine and shimmer. All right, let's let that dry completely and we'll work on a greeting. Got a piece of black cardstock and I will use the Thinking of You greeting. Yeah, right there. This is just from my scrap bin. And let's see here. I will pick this up and lift it. All right, time for anti-static powder tool. So you know I've been using this wonderful tool, right? The Cottontail tool from Rabbit Hole Designs. I was using it wrong. Now I'm using it right, primed and ready to add powder. Now I actually have two of them. This one, I got a second one because I had to photograph it for a project. Let's re-prime that again because I don't have as much powder. Oh, there we go. Powdering up. Here's another one. I just bought this from Tailored Expressions. Check it out. I've already put it together. There's powder in here and it's a sponge. Now, I haven't tried this one. Look at this. Oh, look at that. That's kind of cool too. The cool thing about both of these tools, and I will link both of them below. Actually, that powder really was coming out. See, my other rabbit hole tool that's super primed has way more powder in it. Okay, I was using the new one. But the point of both of these tools, they're pretty awesome. The powder has no scent, okay? So you're not dealing with a scent. Look at that. It's the first time I'm using the one from Tailored Expressions. Plus, they're both cute delivery systems. Let's be real. Not that I have anything against my little powder bag that I've used for years, but I think these are very cool. So check them out if you're in the market for something new. I'm going to take Versamark, ink this up, and stamp it. And of course, if you've ever had issues with your Versamark and embossing powder and the powder, oh, that's great, Kathy. And the powder sticking everywhere, that's why, because your cardstock likes to grab powder and have it stick because of static or oil. Oh, that looks beautiful. Kind of like the cute little pattern that the Tailored Expressions tool left on my paper. I'm going to grab, I'm just going to use my Gina K Fine Detail Gold. This is what I used on the one I did on Instagram Reels. So let's do this again. Let it sit. Like that. A little bit more. And now look. No powder where it shan't be. Shan't not be? I have no idea. My English. Let's file this back in. File. Yeah, I'm very corporate. That would be a funny crafting channel, the corporate crafter. Look at that. Beautiful. Shiny. It's not really picking up the light. And I think, I'm not sure, but I think this is Gina K Designs Onyx Black. Let me grab the coordinating die. You can cut out all of these little greetings. I don't think, well, I've done maybe one with the butterflies, but I've already cut my dies out. Sometimes I put them on a magnet. And you know what? Sometimes I don't. And sometimes, is that it? Sometimes you feel like a nut. Nope, that's not it. And sometimes you don't. Great philosopher once said that. Just kidding, of course. Okay, want to show you something else too, because you might be looking at the black cardstock and thinking, well, Kathy, that looks terrible. All that white powder. Oh, ye of little faith. Then what you're going to do, just take a cloth and just wipe it off. Look at that. It's just coming right off like it was never there. Oh, beautiful. And now we are ready to die cut. So I'm going to go ahead and line this up. Let's try this. Let's take a little piece of this tape and see what happens. I need to get right over the top here. I could do a little, I have to come to the side here. You look at the tape. And I'm leaning my head over, trying to get this Let's try the tape. And I think I'll do the other side too, because I don't want it to shift. Just take a little here. Hold that down. And let me grab my die. Well, I'll just grab my die cut machine. Hold tight. Bring in my pretty little blue die cut machine. This is a limited edition that I picked up from Spellbinders. It's blue. It's super cute. I have a white one too, but you know, sometimes you just want something new and shiny. That is literally what happened. I saw an ad for it and I couldn't stop myself. Okay, pressing that in. Let's just see what happens to the tape going through a die cut machine. And we'll run it through. Cut out our greeting. Didn't even really make a pop noise. Oh, there we go. All right. So, oh, well, the cut's beautiful. Look at that. Just popped right out. I think I got it pretty lined up. Yeah, that looks good. But let's look at the tape and let's see what happens when we take this off. Again, I like to lift gently. Well, let's just lift. Like that. Peel it back. I mean, it just lifted more powder, but that did not stick badly at all. Like, there's no tearing. Let's do that too. Nope. Did that tear? Doesn't look like it. And this one. Again, you know, even with any tape, you kind of want to pull it back on itself, but that looks great. That didn't cause any harm. I am very happy to tell you today I have purchased a brand new Teflon bone folder from Simon. Mine got ruined somehow and I've missed it. So let's get back. Oh, look at that. There you go. Love it. Oh, beautiful score line. Not to impugn the Score Buddies tool. It's fine, but I had done something. I don't know what I did. I basically ruined the narrowness of my old Teflon bone folder. I've had it for 4 years and I still used it for folding down, but I finally said, I got to do it. I have to get a new one. So I'm not going to use that pink tape to hold my card panel closed, but I will use a little of the Easy C because I have tons of that stuff and it's great for that. So the next thing we're going to do, we are going to bring our little friend back in because I am going to glue this panel right on top. So it's going to be a very simple design. I'm not cutting this down. I'm not doing anything heroic. I think this is dry enough. So actually, you know what? I'm just going to grab a scrap of paper. Is this like a receipt that I have? It's a receipt for nail polish, something. You know, there's always going to be some kind of nail polish happening in here. Okay. I'm going to get my Simon dot runner and just go like that. Oh, I slipped that. Kind of want to get it as close to the edges as I can because then it will hold that panel right in place. I got to move it. I can't come at it a weird way. Oh, there's nothing coming off there. Well, do you know what though? I still like to do it on paper because if I'm going to the edge with my dot runner, I don't want to get it on my mat, but that's enough. You know, I'm a bit of an over-adheser, but we all have our foibles. Okay, pushing this into the corner. This will help me because this is how I like to line things up quickly. Get that into the corner like, well, let's go like that. Press and press. And now flip this over and give it a good press on the back side. I don't want to do it on the other side. And now I have my card. So inside I can write my greeting and the panel is just very sturdy and it's a one panel thing. I do think I could, well, let's get my greeting though. Do you want to see the little thing that I bought though for stamping my name on the back? I want to show you this. Someone asked me about this, so I thought I would show you. I bought a little logo from Bossy Jossie. Bossy Jossie, who I will most definitely link below, is awesome. Jossie Cutchins, she designs custom stamps, and she just started doing clings. Now here's the thing. I have this Misty, and I've decided to dedicate it fully to just clings. This stamp in particular, especially when I'm getting into big production mode. So check it out. Place it there, right? Line it up straight. And I guess I'll just magnet that down for a second. Pick it up. And I actually think I'll just do this in the green because it's happy and cheery, and we'll see how it works. Ink, 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 ink. And press. Of course, I always use my Misty. Oh, let's get in, or my Debbie tool. And now you can see I have a cute little, well, I guess I got that a little crooked. I can work on that, but this is a fun thing which you could do. You know, you get your own little custom stamp. I think I am going to reposition that. I just flung it across the room. You can store it on the card too, like that. Super cute, but love it because now I have the ability to quickly stamp my logo on the back. Let's pop a greeting on. I'm going to take the Thinking of You, and I wanted to use some foam tape. I think this is the Darice. I think I overpronounce it. I just want to have a piece that's as long as the greeting, I think. Let's bend that, crack it off. I can barely see what I'm doing here, but let's give it a try. Now let's put it just here. Sometimes when things are dark, I can't see what I'm doing. There we go. We're going to line you up over there. And I think I have to cut just a tiny bit off these. Sometimes my spatial, let's go, isn't as good as I want, but that's nice. And that's a nice bit of dimension. Taking this off the backer. And where is my tweezers? Where are my tweezers? See this? Oh, there they are. This is what happens. It's such a hot mess when I get going. And I think what I will do, just to play it a little on the safe side, I'm going to get my Connect glue, which I popped into one of these little bottles from Gina K. She sells them in a trio. I love Connect glue, but I really love that I can get just this tiny bead like that. Oh, so good. And then just wipe it away and recap. So far, so good. So easy. Now we will line this up. Maybe I'll bring one of my T-squares in. You know, if you got them, you know what they say, smoke them if you got them. They don't really, well, they do say that, but I don't smoke anymore. So thank you very much. Coming up on 16 years smoke-free, my friends. Yeah, that's a story for another day. Or I could just tell you, I quit smoking 16 years ago. Very proud of myself. It was not easy. And look at me today, making cards smoke-free. Oh, so cute. And that is the finished card project. You know, I don't want to boop it up because I feel like, although do I? Let me think. What do you think? I'm placing that there. This actually is going to cover up that little black schmutz. It's not. And I kind of like how it's, you know, it's going one way and curving back around. Although then would you want it to be completely off like that? Kind of like that. You know what I mean? I kind of do, because then there's kind of a, I don't know. Would you do it? You know what, I'm going to do it anyway. Because here's the thing too. If you overthink things to the point that you think that sequin placement's going to make or break your life, we have to have a talk. Okay, so let's get that there and go. Little dabble to you and boop. Not forgetting to film this today, am I? No. The last one for all the dogs out there. It's very high pitched. Okay, and that is my finished card project. So a little more stepped up than what I shared on the Instagram Reels, right? But that's very cute. And this so far, I'm very excited to use this more, to check out how it works. Of course, you always need to be smart when you peel stuff off anything you're doing. But I think you saw the Pixie Tape. Gonna give it a thumbs up. You can find all of the links to the products I used in today's video below in the description box. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you back here with another card project soon. Thanks so much for watching today. I would love to have you become a subscriber to my YouTube channel. And if you do subscribe, be sure to hit the gray bell below the video so that you don't miss the next time I post. Here are a couple other videos that you might be interested in watching. Thanks so much and have a great day.